In this video, we'll discuss how to find the equation of parallel lines and perpendicular lines. So let us quickly recap. In a previous video, we discussed parallel lines in terms of gradient, and we found that when the two gradients are equal to one another, then the lines would be parallel to one another. Thereafter, we discussed perpendicular lines in terms of gradient, and we found the gradient of two lines and multiplied those two gradients with each other and found the value to be -1. And we said that when the product is -1, then the lines are perpendicular to one another, meaning they intersect one another at 90 degrees. If you missed this video, please find it on the functions playlist. Now moving on to today's example. We are going to find the equation of a line which is parallel to the equation y is equals to 2x plus 6 and passing through the point of -2 and 3. We are going to solve it algebraically, but let me quickly illustrate what we're going to do. What that question is asking for is for a line that is parallel to the line y is equals to 2x plus 6. And that parallel line is passing through the point of -2 and 3. So we want to find the equation of this line. And we are going to do it without drawing any diagrams. So let's first start with theory. If the gradient of line 1 is equal to the gradient of line 2, then the two lines are parallel to one another. So if we study the equation that is given to us, which is y is equals to 2x plus 6, and we can see that it is in standard form, we know that the m part, that is the coefficient in front of the x, represents the gradient. So the gradient of line 1, which is given to us, is equal to 2. That means the gradient of the line which we want to find is also equal to 2, because that line is running parallel to 2x plus 6. So they share the same gradient. So in terms of our standard equation, the gradient of the line which we want is equal to 2. So we can replace m with a 2. Now all that is left for us to do is find the value of the y-intercept. Now we have already used this equation, but we still have a point. And the coordinate that was given to us is -2 and 3. So -2 represents an x value and 3 represents a y value. So if I substitute these two values in the place of x and y, I can find the value of c. So I'll replace y with 3 and x with -2. If I multiply out, I have 3 is equal to -4 plus c. And then I need to transpose the 4. So 3 plus 4 is equal to c. Therefore, the y-intercept is equal to 7. And now that we have the gradient as 2 and the y-intercept as 7, we can write the equation of that line. So the equation of the line, which is parallel to another line, y is equals to 2x plus 6, is y is equals to 2x plus 7. So what we have done graphically is find the equation of a line, y is equals to 2x plus 7, and that line would run parallel to the equation that was given to us. In our second example, we want to find the equation of a line which is perpendicular to y is equals to 2x plus 3 and passing through the point 1 and 4. So what it means graphically, we are given an equation of a line which is y is equals to 2x plus 3, and we want to find the equation of a line that runs through 1 and 4 and it intersects the other line at 90 degrees. And again, we can do this without a diagram. So let us quickly review what we have already learned. When we have the gradient of one line and we multiply it with the gradient of a second line, and that product is equal to -1, then line 1 is perpendicular to line 2. So from the equation given, we already have the gradient of line 1, which is 2. So I substitute the gradient of line 1 into our product rule, and this will help us solve the gradient of line 2. So if I divide both sides by 2, the 2's on the left hand side would cancel out, and then the gradient of the second line is equal to -1/2. So in terms of our equation, we have y is equals to mx plus c, and we just discovered that the gradient of the second line is equal to -1/2. So I can substitute m with -1/2. So all that is left for me to do is find the y-intercept. And I use the coordinate given to me to find the y-intercept. I will substitute y with 4 and x with 1. So after I have substituted the y value and the x value and I multiply out, I find that 4 is equals to -1/2 plus c. And if I transpose the half to the left hand side, I can find the value of c. So 4 plus 1/2 is equals to c. Therefore, the y-intercept value is 4.5. Remember that when we transpose, the sign changes. So -1/2 will become +1/2 on the left hand side. So therefore the equation of the line we want is y is equals to -1/2x plus 4.5. So if I were to draw it out, what it means is that the line of y is equals to 2x plus 3 would be intersected by another line y is equals to -1/2x plus 4.5 at 90 degrees. And this point of intersection would be 1 and 4.